And under mounting pressure, Democratic strategist Hillary Rosen, who said Ann Romney, who raised 5 sons, never worked a day in her life, apologized.
I apologize. Working moms, stay-at-home moms, they're both extremely hard jobs.
Amanda Terkel is the senior political reporter for the Huffington Post. David Korn is Washington bureau chief for Mother Jones and an MSNBC political analyst, as well as author of the book Showdown. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Well, Amanda, if there was a war on women, Democrats thought they were winning it because the polls sure showed there was a huge gap between support for President Obama and Mitt Romney. But has this maybe caused some people to take a second look at Mitt Romney?
Well, Mitt Romney is still 19 points behind President Obama, so with women, so he has a lot of catching up to do. And I think Barbara Bush actually yesterday said it well. Women who go to work are wonderful. Women who stay at home and work are wonderful, whatever. So now, what does Mitt Romney want to do policy-wise for women? He didn't put out any new policies yesterday that specifically target women. And we still don't know where he stands on a lot of issues. We now know that he won't change the Lilly Ledbetter Act, but where does he stand on something like the Violence Against Women Act and the Republican budget, which would slash a lot of programs that help low-income women, including women who want to stay home and raise their children full-time.
Well, let me play what Ann Romney had to say about all this. And, of course, she's been in the center of it all. Here she was yesterday.
She should have come to my house when those 5 boys were causing so much trouble. It wasn't so easy. My career choice was to be a mother. And I think all of us need to know that we need to respect choices that women make. Other women make other choices to have a career and raise family, which I think Hillary Rosen has actually done herself. I respect that.
David, Ann Romney, very likable. A lot of Democrats talking very positively about her. Does this create an opening for Mitt Romney to close that gender gap?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the issue is not what choice Ann Romney, who was in a very well-to-do family at the time, made or didn't make. She had options that most women, that 90% or maybe 95% or 99% of women don't have. So her choice is kind of immaterial to the issues that face most American women and most American men and everybody in the times we have now. And Amanda referred to this. This is what the election is going to turn on, as opposed to whether women engage with Mitt Romney. It's what he says to them about issues they care about. If he's going to endorse and embrace, as he has, the Ryan budget, which is going to slash number of slots for Head Start. It's going to slash the number of, say, teaching positions in states. It's going to make it harder for mothers and fathers to send their children to college with fewer Pell Grants or less money for Pell Grants. Far more impact than anything, Hillary's a friend, but anything that an obscure Democratic strategist said in April about Ann Romney.
I want to bring in Susan Del Percio, and a Republican strategist and an MSNBC contributor. I mean, in the end, is David right? Is this not going to make a difference if Mitt Romney doesn't come in and say, okay, here's the affirmative actions I'm going to take to help American women?
Well, I actually think it's very helpful to Romney in a different way, because he was able to jump on this issue. The fact that he has a campaign that is agile enough right now to turn a situation around is very important. So politically, it was also very helpful to Romney to, after he came out of such a terrible primary, really, to show that he has what it takes to go, toe-to-toe with President Obama. And I think that Romney does have to address, obviously, issues in the gender gap, but it is going to come down to the economy. It's not going to come out, due to these fights over words.
One of the things that Hillary Rosen said yesterday, and I'm going to quote her, let's declare peace in this phony war and go back to focus on the substance, which is really about whether or not there will be proposals, or we'll actually have an opportunity to hear more about where both of the candidates stand. Were her original comments maybe taken a little bit out of context? Did she really, intend to say something, more broadly about the economic issues facing women? And in the end, this is not going to have any impact on the campaign.
I think she was trying to take a cheap shot at Ann Romney.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what, and she was basically trying to say she's wealthy, she doesn't know what problems are. She has no idea of what other women go through. And she really got caught up in it. And again, it was because of the Romney campaign jumping on it that really became an issue.
I want to play another clip of Ann Romney yesterday. Here it is.
Look, I know what it's like to struggle. And if maybe I haven't struggled as much financially as some people, I can tell you and promise you that I've had struggles in my life. And I would love to have people understand that Mitt and I have compassion for people that are struggling. And that's why we're running.
And she doesn't say it there, but some of the struggles she's obviously talked about is that she had MS. She is a breast cancer survivor. Today's Wall Street Journal, look at that headline. Spotlight on Ann Romney, key to campaign strategy. Amanda, they were already getting her out there a lot. Are we going to see her even more? We always talk about a lot of the candidates' wives as their secret weapon.
Well, she will be out there a lot. She humanizes Mitt Romney quite a bit, and she was on Fox News very poised, I think a very sympathetic character as a spouse's wife, but, as a candidate's wife. But now, how does she take those struggles that she has gone through and translate them and convince women that she and Mitt Romney know what struggling women are going through and turn that into policy? They've gone after President Obama quite a bit for the job losses that women have experienced during his presidency, but a lot of them have been government jobs, and Mitt Romney wants to cut government jobs by another 10%. So what will women in the economy look like under Mitt Romney? And that's something the candidates will be battling quite a bit through themselves or through their surrogates or their spouses in the coming days.
Obviously, the Republicans see an opening here because there's a fundraising email that they're sending out already. Quote, if you're a stay-at-home mom, the Democrats have a message for you. You've never worked a day in your life. And later, donate $6 to get your mom's Drive the Economy bumper sticker and send a message to President Obama today. Smart on the Republicans' part, David?
Maybe, but this is what's wrong with politics. That's not what Democrats say. It's not even what Hillary Rosen said. I mean, she was poking at Mitt Romney, who says that he understands what American women are struggling with the economy because he talks to his wife and she taught him. I mean, it was an absurd position for him to take, showing once again that he is detached and doesn't even have an understanding of his own. He has to turn to his wife. And Hillary Rosen's point, well said in a very clumsy fashion, was that she is not a good person to go to if you want to learn about the financial struggles of American women. And that's the issue here. Now, the fact that Susan says, hooray, the Romney campaign can exploit this and turn it into an issue shows, that there's something good there. Well, that's great, but it has nothing to do with what this country really faces in the difficult future ahead. And it's just cynical politics that, if Susan wants to cheer that, if the Romney people want to make hay out of that, all you can hope is that the American public expects something better and different from its leaders when it comes to very significant policy debates.
Cynical politics, Susan?
I was not saying yay for the Romney team. I mean,
You said it was a good thing they did this. You said it showed that they could pivot.
That's what they did, looking at it as an analyst, though. There's a big difference when I'm explaining a situation and saying this is what they did, and they did it well. I say the same thing when the Obama administration does things well. So just taking that to a side. What? I'm sorry?
No, I would just say they exploited something well. That's your point.
Well, just like the Obama folks exploit things well, and that's what politics has turned to. And, David, that's actually where I agree with you. It's turned into this dime store kind of nonsense wherever you can turn something around quickly and try and make a quick political point.
Well, let me play for you Josh Romney, who last night was asked if the campaign is secretly happy about all of this.
It's an issue my dad cares passionately about moms and dads who stay home and work hard. The work that moms and dads do at home is the most valuable work that's done in the world. And so that's something we all agree on. We're not trying to score political points and worry about that.
Amanda, they're not trying to score political points, but they are sending out emails and asking people to buy bumper stickers to raise some money. So is this the kind of we're just going to deal with for the next 6-8 months?
Oh, we'll see a lot more of this in the next 6 to 8 months. I mean, I find it hard to believe that the Romney campaign wasn't happy about Hillary Rosen's comments and when she said this about stay-at-home moms. I mean, the day before, the Romney campaign was incredibly on the defense. At first, they were trying to insist there is no war on women. Then they're saying, well, there is a war on women, but the Obama campaign is the one that's waging it. They were on the defense about the Lilly Ledbetter Act. So the fact that all of this happens, I have to think they felt leveled the playing field on this, might help them a little bit bit, and they were, I think, very happy by what Hillary Rosen said, that they could end up using it.
And can I completely turn topic now, because I have to show you what's going on live in Newark, New Jersey. And I'm sure you all heard about Cory Booker. He, of course, is the mayor there. And last night, and right now he's sharing the details about coming home last night. His neighbor's house was on fire, and so he and two of his security guards carried a woman out of the burning building.
Very terrifying. And again, people say bravery. I felt fear, and then especially on the other side, I really didn't think we were going to get out of there. So I just have a lot of gratitude today. I feel a lot of just love. I actually, if anybody was looking at the headlines this last couple weeks, I was thinking that I had big problems, and now everything seems so small in my life, and I just feel such a sense of gratitude.
I think the mayor, he had some burns on his hand. He also had some smoke inhalation. The woman that he saved is in a stable condition. David, he was already being talked about as having a national political future. Now he is Mayor Booker's superhero.
I tell you, I saw Cory Booker give a speech at a private dinner last December. He is one impressive guy. He spoke without notes. It was heartfelt. He was almost evangelical in talking about community service. There's a strong spiritual component to his politics. He's a street guy. He's lived in downtown Newark. He's taken on his own Democratic Party bosses there. He is a very impressive fellow and has a bright future ahead of him if everything goes the way it's been going, and he can say, he still acts like a superhero.
Yeah, and Amanda, he's a guy who already took on one of the most difficult city situations probably in all of America, Newark, in a lot of trouble. He's a guy who was seen actually out shoveling people's sidewalks. I mean, he is really a hands-on kind of guy. You see a big future for him?
I mean, this was just such a pure, nice story, and I think a lot of people get frustrated with politics because they don't see it affecting their daily lives, and Cory Booker has really combated that, I think, in the city of Newark, by shoveling people's driveways, by rescuing people whose houses are burning down, and so if he keeps this up, he will definitely keep rising nationally. Other politicians will want to be associated with him, and so I think we'll be hearing a lot more about Cory Booker.
Susan, you wouldn't want to consult on a Republican who had to run against Cory Booker.
Well, he actually has a great relationship with Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, and I think what this shows is not only has he been a good mayor, obviously, but he's actually a good person. He didn't go into that fire as mayor. He went in as being a very good, wonderful person.
Well, Amanda Terkel, David Corn, Susan Del Percio, thanks to all of you. I want to say a couple of things. One,